Hey guys, it's Andy with Holistic Made Easy, and I'm super excited to be joined today by Jordan Tedesco. He's not only a director of sales for Haelan, but he is also an awesome friend. Jordan and I have been able to develop a great relationship over the last couple of years, talking holistic health, and I'm going to be very excited to hear all the great input that he's going to be able to share with us today. I'll let Jordan tell a little bit about himself here, but before we do that, just so you know, Holistic Made Easy was kind of birthed out of some pain and some illness that I had when I was younger, and it really made us turn our lives towards holistic living. So Holistic Made Easy is my wife and I, Adrian, and we really focus on bringing awareness to local communities of what's available out there to really bring about, like I said, awareness about holistic products, supplements, and living lifestyles. So Jordan, thank you so much for being with us today. And if you don't mind, just give us a little background on how you got involved with Haelan and what many hats you wear. I know you do all kinds of things, not just sales director, but anything in the leadership realm that's needed.
No, thank you. And, I just want to say kudos to you and Adrian, what you're doing. I love it. You're changing the world. Just think of all the people I've met that you've helped health-wise. It's incredible. We love you guys. We support you. Anything we can do, let us know. You're really making a difference, and that's what it's all about. So a little bit about me. My name is Jordan Tedesco. I work here at Haelan Products Incorporated. Been here for just over 3 years. I studied finance in school. I knew I wanted to help people. I love helping people. It's just what I do. And growing up and doing the research in college, I knew that people struggled financially and with their health. Those are the two biggest reasons for divorce is sadness in life. And so I actually got a degree in finance, understood the businesses. I went to work at a medical software company, loved it. It was a good time. And then my dad asked me to come work for him and here at Haelan Products. And I said, you know what, I'd love to make the switch. I love helping people. Health is right up there with finances with me. So I've come here and been loving it. You know a lot about the company, and we're passionate about our mission statement is to help even more individuals and families experience the joy that comes from restored health. And we have an awesome team here realizing that vision, that mission statement. And so about me, about 2 kids. One of them turns 3 tomorrow. One of them's 4 months old. We love being outdoors. The lockdown is kind of, less than ideal. And to put it nicely, we understand the emergency part when we have good stuff going into our system, so we're not overly worried. But we know that being precautious is important. You need to be safe during these times. So that's a little bit of.
Absolutely. So, and another thing that's really cool about Jordan is he actually spent a lot of time in Sweden, right?
Yes,
and you speak the language as well, right?
We do. So my kids are bilingual, at least the one that Q Talk is. So we speak Swedish in our home. I speak English with my kids in most ways, but me and my wife, we speak Swedish together. And then of course, when we're out in public, not many people speak Swedish here. So we speak English with everyone else. But yeah,
I want to.
Yeah, we're all bilingual, which is fun.
That's awesome. So one quick story too about Haelan. I started taking it, I don't know, probably 6 months ago, Jordan, something like that. But and I was working with Ancient Nutrition. I was Jordan Ruben's assistant, and he and I started taking it around the same time. And at that time, several people in both of our families ended up getting sick, just kind of a nasty cold and that kind of thing. And I noticed that Jordan and I didn't get sick, but 3 of his kids were sick. His wife was sick. Both my son and my wife had a little bit of sickness, but I had been taking the Haelan. And so my kind of personal testimonial goes along with this because it was one of those products, and I try a lot of products, obviously, in our industry, but it was one of those products that I was thinking, okay, what's the difference here? Because I'm doing all kinds of different things, but that was the new kind of variable, right? And so I didn't get sick. And so I take this product every day. Jordan takes this product, and Jordan Rubin and Jordan Tedesco.
Yeah,
but Jordan Tedesco is going to be able to shed a lot of light on why this product works, what it does for our bodies, and some of the misconceptions out there on the actual ingredients and that kind of thing. So all that to be said, Tell us a little bit about Haelan, 951, a little maybe more about how your dad got involved. What was kind of the spark that lit that business model,
Yeah, so 30 years ago, this year actually, so Haelan 951 has been around for 30 years, but 30 years ago, my dad came across a similar product, and it worked wonders for a close family friend of ours. And he said, this is really interesting. I wonder if this is, part snake oil, placebo. I wonder if there's actual compounds in here that make a difference. So he got top scientists from around the world, very specific countries that were really good at what they do. And he said, okay, what's in here that makes this product do what it does, if anything at all? And they said, okay, there's these things called, isoflavones, protease inhibitors, saponins, phytosterols, phytic acids. These things are working together to achieve a goal, improve immune function, cellular regeneration. There's a whole bunch of things. And he's like, okay, that's awesome. Can it be better? And they're like, oh yeah, if you have these certain levels of genistein and diazine with these certain levels of the Bowman-Burke inhibitor and these phytosterols and these saponins and all this stuff, it's going to be really, you'll probably hear me say this a lot during the video chat and interview, but the whole becomes greater than the sum of the parts, because when they're left together, all these massive anti-inflammatories, these anti-cancer compounds, these things that fight free radicals and oxidation, the results are amazing. So that's when he came back about it, or came across it way back when, and then he legalized it in several countries, and then 30 years later, we're in 4 continents, 42 different countries, helping tens of thousands of people every year. We love what we do. It's been really fun.
What would you say is probably the most unique aspect of Haelan 951?
The most unique, other than the taste, we'll probably get into the taste in a little bit.
That's got to be the most unique, but you're right. Yes, other than the taste.
The taste is probably unique, but as far as what the user is getting is the bioavailability. I would say that's probably the most unique thing about Haelan 951. Its absorption rate is over 99%, which is really important, especially compared to supplements or pills. A lot of those goes through the system undigested. You're going to hear a lot of products being organic and non-GMO like Haelan is. Secondly, I would say it's fermented soy. And I know we'll be getting into that here in a little bit, but another unique thing other than the absorption rate, how easily it is assimilated into the bloodstream, is that it's fermented soy. It's so important to understand it's fermented soy. It's those properties, we're not soy advocates, even though we have a soy product.
Let's just talk soy. So many have heard that the compounds in soy are deleterious to our health. It messes with specific things in the endocrine system, hormones, that kind of thing. So what makes Haelan 951 different than all the other soy products that are out there, especially soy proteins and those kind of things that may have that detrimental effect on the hormone and endocrine system?
Yeah, the first thing I think of is the species of soy. It's a very specific species of soybean. There's over 2,500 species of soybean. A lot of those are GMO. They're not organic. They're actually causing harm to the body. And a lot of the stuff here, it's that soy. So we're not promoting soy. We say, hey, there's benefits in certain soys. There's a lot of benefits in fermented soy, but you have to have the right fermented soy. Okay, it's not just your regular tofu or something like that. It's much more powerful. So the stuff you're hearing about soy is probably right, to be honest with you. And we have another podcast and blogs you can go on the website and read. But our soy, it's a specific strain harvested at the ideal time at elevation, so it eliminates the potential of cross-contamination or pollinization, and it really does a great job. It's grown in volcanic ash soil. So this nutrient-dense soil is helping deliver this nutrient-dense soybean that's loaded with the top 5 anti-cancer compounds that the National Cancer Institute found in a study, years ago. We knew it before they did, but then they released a study saying, it's all of these are in abundance in soybeans if it's the right soy. And guess what? We have the right stuff. In that fermentation process, it's so bioavailable. It's really a differentiator from the rest.
Yeah. I was just going to say, it's always nice when you figure something out and then someone else comes along and verifies it, right? Like,
especially when it's a powerhouse like the NCI. Woof.
Yeah. Awesome. So what are some compounds in Haelan that cause the anti-inflammatory response? I know you mentioned a couple of the compounds, but can you break a few of those down for us? Because a lot of those scientific words, a lot of people won't understand and stuff. So maybe you can make them a little bit simpler.
Yeah, so soy isoflavones are really studied. The specifically genistein or genistein, they pronounce, one's a precursor. We won't get into the technicalities of the two, but it's a massive anti-inflammatory. It's a substance that helps balance hormones. It's one of the reasons why there's a study on PubMed with our product on balancing the hormonal cascade in PTSD. It's genistein, but you could go down the rabbit hole and read a new published, proven article on genistein or genistein every single hour of every day for an entire week or two and still not run out of literature. Diazin has similar properties. These are phytoestrogens, for example. So they actually go in and they mimic estrogen in our body, which, xenoestrogens are horrible. Those are things that come from plastics. They help promote cancer and stuff like that. Then you've got regular estrogen, which is good for the body. We need it. But if you have a estrogen-driven cancer, you need to have a weaker estrogen. That would be a phytoestrogen like genistein that goes in, clogs the receptor, so your body's getting the estrogen it needs, but it's not getting the food supply. Okay. And that's an anti-inflammatory. Saponins is something a lot of people just don't know about, which is, interesting. It's interesting. It's not interesting that they don't know about it, but saponin, so sapo actually comes from the Latin word soap. So it's a plant substance that when mixed with water, it foams up like soap. Well, these guys are basically the cleaning crew in our bodies. They can help fight free radicals. They're anti-inflammatories, antioxidant, a lot of stuff like that. What are some other ones that are in Haelan? Phytosterols. These are a plant compound that are similar to cholesterol. Phytosterols, cholesterol, they're, the ending's the same on those. And so there's a lot of benefits in the cardiovascular application with those. The protease inhibitors, Bowman-Burke inhibitors, another one like genistein. You can go down the rabbit hole seeing all the studies, but these inhibitors meaning it's inhibiting something, it's stopping something, mutation pathways, notch signaling with the immune system is a huge one. So when you can have regulators, have a product that's helping your body regulate its immune system, it goes a long way with boosting the immune system. I'm sure and you've read the study on how Haelan can increase the macrophages up to 700%. So the macrophages being the heavy guns in the immune system. These guys go in, they attack, they wipe out, less than ideal proteins or malicious proteins and really clean up our system. Well, Haelan helps with that, as well as the other benefits of all those other compounds, so phytic acid. So I know we don't want to go too into depth, and I don't want to talk everyone's ear off, but that's just some of the compounds in Haelan. Feel free to message us. We can tell you.
One side note question I have. So you said protease, right? Which is it protease?
Protease inhibitors, right? So like the Bowman-Burke.
Protease is normally a good thing, like to break down protein as an enzyme, right?
Correct. So protease can be a good thing. So it depends on which protease and what it's actually doing within your body. Okay. Bowman-Burke inhibitor being a certain protease that can feed cancers or things like that, feed hormonal imbalances. Those things can be disruptive to our systems, and it's all about that regulation. Our body has to regulate itself and have the mechanisms it needs to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cool. So, and can you tell a little bit about what's the difference between like the food grade liquid that you guys have compared to maybe just like a regular supplement or a capsule or, that kind of thing?
Yeah, we touched on this a little bit earlier. It's the bioavailability. So anywhere from 39 to 53% of those pills we're taking are absorbed into our system. A lot of that pill is filler. So, you might have 100 milligrams or 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, but 50% of that pill is some type of filler, corn filler, some potato filler, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Potato, corn, yeah. So your body's absorbing this stuff. So the bioavailability of Haelan is over 99% rather than the 39 to 53%. And some of those pills will go through our entire digestive tract undissolved. They'll just pass right through. Right. You don't have that issue with Haelan. The moment it touches your lips, it's going to be assimilated into your bloodstream. It's going to be working through your digestive tract. Right. Another big differentiator, and this is huge, and if you're listening to this, understand this. When you leave certain compounds together, they're more effective. This is why eating carrots or apples or oranges is more effective for you to get vitamin C or minerals and nutrients, vitamins, because certain things are left together and it's making other things, other compounds, other useful compounds, whatever you want to call it, right, available to your system. pills, they'll be like, oh, this is a whole bunch of genistein in this one pill. It's like, yeah, you're right. There is a whole bunch of, but you're not giving your body also needs these other things like phytic acids to help remove toxins. You also need these protease inhibitors in there because when they're working together, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. So that's a huge differentiator. We leave the best parts of the soybean together.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't bring with us any of the baggage or anything like that. We leave it together. So, you know, in 1 8-ounce bottle, let me ask you this question. How many pounds, you might already know this, but how many pounds of organic non-GMO soybeans do you think goes into one bottle?
Is it 50?
Oh, you know, you shot over. I had brought up 25.
25, okay.
Pounds worth, you know, so if you think of a 5-gallon bucket, you know, that filled with awesome top-of-the-line soybeans, that's basically all the nutrients, phytonutrients you're getting from a bottle of Haelan951.
Yeah, and a lot of the vitamin companies that I've worked with or used in the past, you know, Adrian and I have been very careful to make sure that they are a whole food supplement, and not whole foods as in, you know, the grocery store, but just like you're saying. And that's why, because when, let's just take an orange, for example, when you have an orange and you get the vitamins C, the calcium, all the different nutrients from that orange, it's already in the matrix that your body for generations has been, you know, predisposed to be able to take in, right? So, you know, when we've used Garden of Life, we've used Ancient Nutrition, we use ID Life, like those different vitamin companies all make sure that they are like full whole food supplements. So, yeah, you may have to take 3 pills instead of 1, but that's why. It's because you're getting the compounds all together as a whole food base rather than, like you just said, you know, when you isolate things out and science gets too involved in that isolation process, then it gets a little dicey. Like you said, I mean, you've heard the horror stories of people like when they go to the bathroom, they find their vitamins in the toilet, right? And then they're not even digested. So, so I know exactly what you're talking about. So that's,
and they do that for results. Those are great companies. And we have the same thing. It's liquid given because it's even more bioavailable, but they're after results. They're not just trying to push product. They're just not saying, oh yeah, this is a whole bunch of vitamin C, take it, you'll be good to go. It's like, no, we're after results. Right. We will actually want to deliver results rather than you just taking our product and making money on our product. We need the results. We want you to see the results quickly.
Exactly. So one thing we've kind of alluded to a couple times here, and we've got to, you know, tackle the elephant in the room. Tell us about the taste.
Oh, the taste. I thought we were friends. The taste is horrible. Let's just it is.
Put it lightly, right?
Taste good. Probably one of the worst tasting things you'll ever have to get you prepped on it. But you know, we're not too worried about the taste when we can deliver, you know, really
right,
good.
Exactly. And I will attest to that too. You know, when I was at my sickest, I told my wife, my parents, my best friends, I will do whatever it takes to get me healthy, right? I mean, I couldn't use my hands anymore. It was right after we had our son. I couldn't even hold my kid. I was playing music all over, and I couldn't even like go into one show, you know? I mean, it was so bad. And then, you know, the depression, the hormone system, the lymphatic system, everything started to go. So, you know, when you get that desperate, you know, it doesn't matter, you know, like I'll eat dirt. It doesn't matter. I just want it, you know, and dirt's actually healthy because it has so many soil-based organisms in it. But anyway, so yeah, I'll be the first to say, you know, the taste is not pleasant, but Jordan and I have been talking about doing a t-shirt that says, it tastes so bad it has to be good for you.
That's right.
Something along those lines, right?
That's right. And we don't want that to hold you back either. I mean, the antiviral, the antibacterial, antifungal properties, the immune boosting properties, we don't want the bad taste to deter you. We want you to get this stuff in you now, you and your family.
Right. Yep. And there's a little light at the end of that tunnel, I think, right?
There is a little light at the end of the tunnel. We, you know, don't wait to order the product. We want you getting it now. They'll make it even better. But in about 2 weeks, we'll be releasing a awesome flavor improvement additive. This stuff, it's a really simple formula. It's not going to mess with the efficacy of our product. It's literally, you know, monk fruit, leucum or egg fruit, and peppermint. The stuff tastes amazing. And
it does. It does.
Because yeah.
I mean, when I went into his office and he said, "This is a game changer," those were the exact words that I said after I drank it. Like, total game changer. it's actually pleasant. It's not just like you're trying to get by with it. It's a pleasant taste. So
it's delicious. Yeah.
Jordan,
And don't wait for that product to be released to get it out. Literally, if you like, oh man, this stuff is rough, we'll email you the formula. We'll literally disclose the right remedies. You can buy this stuff, in bulk in different places and just make your own. Jim did that. One of our coworkers actually mixed his own stuff, and he does it at his house just because the final product hasn't been delivered yet. But it works. And there's some other things you can do if you don't like peppermint for whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be waiting for that text after this call then, because I want those ingredients.
I'll just have to email it over.
He nailed it. He's from Hawaii, right? I mean, he nailed it.
His the name of his company is Medicinal Foods, and this guy, we were kind of reluctant because we've tried to do this for years. I mean, several times over 30 years. You're like, the biggest obstacles are cost and taste, and this guy came back and he nailed it. I was like, whoa. So we're happy. Yep.
So let's talk just a little bit about the common applications of Haelan, and also maybe the dosing, serving sizes. Can kids have this? Anything you want to input on that?
Yeah. So for FDA purpose, always if you're changing up anything in your diet, we recommend and suggest you talk to your medical professional and see what's going on with them. But as far as it goes, there's nothing harmful in Haelan951. This is an organic, non-GMO. It's a natural product. Even if you're fully allergic to soy, so that the multi-stage fermentation process actually breaks down those proteins and amino acids to the purest form. So the soy antigen, that thing that people are allergic to in soy, is actually removed. It's gone. So Jim, he had colon cancer, and he fully allergic to soy. He takes it every day, no reaction. So my kids take it. I've got a 3-year-old taking it, or he turns 3 tomorrow. But Jim's kids take it. They're great at taking it. I have to mix it into a smoothie for my kids. Jim's kids can just take it straight away. So a little about it. So they take, our kids take a tablespoon at most. A teaspoon would be good for you and I, healthy individuals with non-chronic diseases. Just an ounce a day goes a long way. There's a lot of viruses out there, right? There's a lot of bacteria. None of them are going away. They're always there. There might be new things that pop up and inspire us, but there's antiviral properties in Haelan951 that can help protect you and your family, which is important.
Yeah. And what about talking the difference between maybe say like a cancer patient compared to like you and I? So
okay.
Like a cancer patient's going to end up taking a whole bottle a day, right?
Correct. So, and that's based off all of the studies. So obviously over 3 decades, you compile a lot of different studies on a lot of different diseases or what have you. Right. And so it's based on what those results are. So we can make suggestions, say, look, these are what these test patients saw in this trial and in this study. So they'll end up building up to a full bottle a day, and they'll usually stay on it for anywhere between 90 to 120 days. And if we're being completely forthcoming, they'll like the results they'll see. And so after that 120 days, they'll go down to a maintenance level dosage like you and I, just taking an ounce or 2 a day.
Right.
Like, I don't want to repeat, or hey, I want to keep this good stuff going. I feel awesome,
Yeah. Good. One last thing. Can you touch on the insurance part of it? Do you guys take insurance? How does that work?
Yeah, so it's important to know, Haelan951, it's not a supplement, it's not a drug. It's a food. It's real powerful food. It's literally right there on our bottle. And this is a new bottle coming out this month. You're probably used to seeing, the older bottle, right?
Yeah.
At least most of the people I know, you're a little bit more in the loop than others because you take it and we sneak you in advance and use you. But insurances, so it's a food, but your insurance can cover it if you have an active disease. So Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, Cigna, Humana, and United have all seen reimbursements. It ranges anywhere from 25% to 98% reimbursement. Depends on your plan, depends on how much you've paid this year out of pocket, deductibles. But yeah, we've seen reimbursements on all of that. The one I'd be cautious on is Medicare. Unfortunately, we're working on that right now.
Okay.
It's just not it's not an easy system to navigate, but we're working on it. We're hopeful in a year now we'll have a different story. But if you have Medicare with a supplemental insurance, yes, there's a chance you can get reimbursed. But work with us will help you. You don't have to do it all yourself. We'll coach you along.
Excellent. I think that's everything that I've got here. Do you have anything else you want to put in there? Or?
Oh, man, I'd like to just challenge you. Anybody listening, it's just buy a couple bottles, commit to doing it for 2 to 3 weeks. feel the difference. Let the results speak for themselves. Kudos to you, and thank you for watching this video. People like Andy, they're out there. Believe me when I tell you, they have a pure spirit. They're not in it for the money. They're in it to help you and your family. They want you to know what they've learned through their health journey. Product differentiation. This product is good because of this. This one you kind of want to avoid because of this. So thanks for watching this. You're doing the right stuff. God bless you and your family and everything. And yeah, keep the hope. Everything's going to be fine. We believe.
Thanks, Jordan.
Yeah.
And I also want to say that Jordan has been able to bless us, Holistic Made Easy. So if you go to, it's just Haelan951.com, right? That's the website. You go there, you can use our discount code, Holistic Made Easy, all one word. That's Holistic Made Easy. Use that in the checkout, and you'll get free shipping on us. So go to Haelan, and oh, by the way, we need to let people know. You look on Jordan's shirt there. It's the old English spelling, right? Haelan, right?
Yeah.
So it's not Heal. It's Haelan. So Haelan, it's pronounced Haelan, 951.com, and then use our discount code Holistic Made Easy to get free shipping on your first order. So I want to thank everyone too for coming on. Holistic Made Easy is very excited to start bringing these interviews of a lot of our partners, our affiliates, to be able to educate you on what's out there locally. Jordan and I are both in Tennessee, but we're going to be doing this with all kinds of different companies throughout Tennessee and then hopefully nationwide here very soon. Just bringing you the best products that we think are going to be, game changers, like we said earlier. So thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you guys on the road at our expos. We do the local natural health expo. That will be in September. So hopefully we'll see you there as well. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right. Thanks, Andy.